explains like the state of the tight end group. But of course, yes, when he was on the field and playing for them, he looked more natural at the position. Like he was actually getting looks from Burrow in the first place, which it seemed like for a minute Irv Smith just wasn't getting any attention. He definitely isn't looking for Wilcox in whenever he's out there, and whenever the ball is to Drew Sample, it's been the same results for the past 5 years. So they need anything. And the only thing that the only direction they can turn to is Hudson. So yeah, I'm in agreement. They have that one last elevation chance that they can have. So they might as well use it just to see what he can do. And if he impresses, or if he does literally anything more than what the 3 tight ends that they've had, if he does anything more than them in the passing game, then might as well just bring him up and just make room for him.
Right. I think if we're talking Tanner Hudson, I think that. Look, the Bengals have a offensive systems that is designed a certain way, and I think we all, myself included, we would like a little more flash and sizzle out of the tight end spot. And I think Hudson brings that receiving ability where you go, man, that's an extra dimension in this offense right now. And we're also coming off of a game with 2 tight ends showing, pretty poor. Yeah, Sample drops one, yeah. Smith fumbles one in the red zone, right? So you go, oh my god. But so I think it's a little over exaggerated just because we're coming off of that specific game with those 2 players having those plays. But I think also, you look at it now and they're just not reliant on that position for receiving yards in general, the way things are designed. You've got your big 3 wide receivers now. They are mixing in more of Trenton Irwin, and now Yoshivas is being a red zone weapon. He's got 2 touchdowns the last couple of games, right? So maybe that's where the emergence comes from. Maybe that's where you're not getting it from the tight end position, those receiving yards, the red zone targets, all that kind of stuff. Maybe you're getting it from your 5th wide receiver, your 4th wide receivers. And if it's working, don't fix what's not broken. Right.
Right.
I do think we probably will at some point, be it because of injury or continued ineffectiveness. You probably will see Tanner Hudson at some point. And that's probably why they didn't make a move. Aside from maybe, there's not a perceived value for what was maybe asked if they inquired. So, I get the adoration, I guess, a little bit with Hudson, and because he's huge and he is shown to be the most natural pass catcher in that group. But just right now, I don't think that they're really caring too much about if that position gives you anything, it's kind of more like, oh, that's an added bonus. Cause now we're really reliant on the wide receivers. We're reliant on Joe Mixon making plays.
Yeah, I don't like I said, we're never going to be a tight end heavy offense. You got to have that guy for that check down. If the tight ends are going to get 1 or 2 shots a game, if that, they got to make the plays. And that's where they got to be reliant. That's the part for me. It's just like, when we had CJ Uzomah and we had Hayden Hurst last year's, when they got their opportunity, made plays and made an impact. So that's where I'm like, yes, we don't use the tight end, but when we do, it's nice to have a guy you can rely on to catch the ball. So that's where I was kind of hoping. Well, yeah. I've been saying this since the draft. I thought they were going to draft one.